Namaskaram. You are listening to the Heartspace Hearth podcast, where we hold space for raw, real, and restorative conversations around healing, caregiving, and being human. And I am Sri Pratyusha Nanduru. Today, I want to tell you a story about a crown, but more importantly, a story about purpose. Like many little girls, I grew up admiring beauty pageants. I was and I am a huge admirer of Aishwarya Rai and the idea of beauty with purpose and beauty with brains. In fact, long before life took me down different paths, I imagined myself being in that world. I completed my MBA, but I also pursued a diploma in fashion designing because fashion genuinely fascinated me. Designing wasn't a hobby for me, it was a dream. A part of me always imagined creating, designing, and expressing myself through that world. Life eventually took me in many different directions, and I embraced every one of them. But somewhere deep inside, that little girl who loved fashion, creativity, and the stage never really left. Years later, in 2022, I came across Mrs. India, and something inside me immediately said, "This is my moment." Not because I wanted fame, but because at that time I was building what was then called the Nurturing Nook, which would later evolve into the Heartspace Hearth. I was passionately advocating for inclusivity, acceptance, and creating spaces where every child and every family felt they belonged. And for the first time, I saw a platform that could amplify that message. Of course, the little girl in me was excited too, but this dream had a bigger purpose attached to it. When I first told my husband for the first time in almost 15 years, this was the one that he hesitated. Not because he didn't believe in me, but because life was difficult at that time, financially and practically. I was disappointed. But sometimes life sends us the support we need through unexpected people. My dearest friend, Deepthi Reddy, who is also from the fashion designing world, became one of the biggest reasons this journey was possible. She didn't just encourage me, she believed in me before I fully believed in myself. From costume concepts to fabric selections, from sketches to final looks, she stood beside me throughout the journey. And every beautiful memory I have from Mrs. India carries a little piece of her love, creativity, and unwavering support. There is another person I can never tell this story without mentioning, Shravani, my husband's younger sister. At that time, she was still in her 12th standard, but she became my extra pair of hands, my extra pair of eyes, and often my extra brain. Every tiny detail, every preparation, every requirement, she was there. Not because anyone asked her to be, but because she chose to be. With love, with commitment, and with her whole heart. Sometimes I would look at her and wonder how someone so young could carry so much maturity, responsibility, and care. Some people support your dreams, some people become part of them. She became part of mine. And to be fair, once everyone realized how serious I was about this journey, the support started pouring in. My husband stood firmly beside me, my in laws supported me wholeheartedly, even my extended family came forward with encouragement, help, and belief. Looking back, I realize this journey may have started as my dream, but it was carried by many loving hands. And if you know me, you know I do not do things halfway. I trained, I studied, I got certified in makeup, I trained in ramp walk, I got certified on public speaking, I prepared relentlessly. My dance guru Acharya Sri Avijit Das, choreographed my talent round performance and invested his valuable time in me. But he also gave me a warning. He told me, Sri, what you imagine may not be exactly what you experience there. At that time, I didn't fully understand what he meant. Later, I did. Because what I imagined and what I experienced were very different. The pageant world was far more complex than I expected. Not bad, just different. And it taught me a valuable lesson. Not every platform values the same things. Not every system measures success the way we do. Throughout this entire journey, I was also managing hydrogenous suppurativa, the condition that you already know by now, the pain, boils, physical discomfort. At one point, even a severe eye infection on the stage of the finale. I stood on stage with swollen eyes under bright lights. I traveled back home with high fever. I want to say something important here. I'm not sharing this for sympathy, not at all. I'm sharing this because if someone listening today is struggling with their own challenge, their own limitation, or their own obstacle, I want you to know this. If I could show up through all of that, you can show up too. Maybe not perfectly, maybe not comfortably, but you can. When the results were announced, I did not win the main title, and yes, there was a disappointment. I am a human. But I also won the charity ambassador title, and today, when I look back, I realize something very beautiful. I entered that platform to create impact, and that is exactly what I was recognized for. Maybe not the way I expected, but in the way I needed. The crown was never the prize, the becoming was. The friendships were, the courage was, the lessons were, the impact was. And perhaps that is what life keeps teaching us. Sometimes we chase a destination and receive a lesson instead, and often that lesson becomes far more valuable than the prize we thought we wanted. If you're holding on to a dream today, I hope you pursue it. Not because success is guaranteed, but because there is something beautiful waiting for you on the other side of trying. And sometimes the greatest reward is not what you win, it's who you become. And if you have been waiting for the perfect time, the perfect condition, or the perfect certainty before taking a step towards your dream, I hope this reminds you that courage does not come after we begin. Sometimes courage is simply beginning. Namaskaram.